An apology that never was. It was masked in professional language and punctuated with vague explanations of objectivity and responsibility. This smoked out the Media Council of Kenya and it's direct with its demands. The letter, signed by the Council's Chief Executive Officer David Omoyo, and addressed to the Nairobi Bureau Chief, demands in part that the New York Times pulls down the insensitive pictures within the next 24 hours and make an unconditional apology on the matter. Further, MCK says in the event the pictures are not pulled down within 24 hours as requested, MCK will initiate relevant action against the publication, not limited to revocation or suspension of the accreditation of journalists working with the New York Times in the country. The Foreign Correspondents Association of East Africa has voiced concerns over the social media attacks targeting the New York Times and its journalists. The association is condemning what it terms as extreme aggression and personal attacks through social media against the journalist for the photographs selected not by her but by her editors in New York and used alongside her reporting. Kimiko, who is the journalist and successfully attempted to explain herself to the angry social media users who demanded she pulls down the pictures. In her defense, she stated that she was not responsible for the pictures picked by her publication, but the users could hear none of it, asking her to use her powers as incoming bureau chief to pull down the pictures. New York Times would then come to her defense, tweeting their own response to the outrage. The tweet read, "We have heard from some readers upset with our publishing a picture showing victims after the brutal attack in Nairobi. We understand how painful this coverage can be, and we try to be very sensitive in how we handle both words and images in these situations." By the time of going on air with this story, nothing more regarding this controversy was forthcoming. The New York Times had not pulled down the pictures, firmly standing its ground. The social media users had celebrated the suspension of New York Times photo tweet account, something that did not happen as the page remains active. In fact, in its demand letter to Kimiko, the Media Council of Kenya had also referred to the apparent suspension that never was. The New York Times has until Friday morning to pull down the photos or face sanctions. The paper also has until next week on Monday to inform the council of its actions.